Hello and welcome. Let's talk about that untapped potential sitting right under your feet, your basement. It's this huge opportunity for more living space, but it also comes with a huge question. Where do you even start with the planning and, of course, the budget? Well, let's break it all down.
This is it, right? This is the question that stops most basement projects dead in their tracks. You look at that giant empty space and you can just picture it, a family room, a guest suite, maybe a home gym. But you also see this giant blinking question mark over the price tag. So what is the real number?
And here's the thing, if anyone ever gives you a single number without even seeing your space, that should be a huge red flag. The final cost isn't some fixed price on a menu. It's a direct result of the choices you're going to make along the way. Think of it like this. You're actually in the driver's seat, and you've got 4 key levers that control your budget. Understanding these levers is, without a doubt, the secret to planning a project that meets both your dreams and your wallet. So let's get into it and break them down. We're going to walk through the 4 major factors that are going to shape your final cost, right from the foundation up. So here they are, the 4 levers you control. First up, moisture and comfort. This is the non-negotiable groundwork for a healthy, usable space. Next, safety and egress. This one is a big deal, especially if you're thinking about bedrooms. Third is the scope and features you add, things like bathrooms or cool built-ins. And finally, your finish level, which is really all about the quality and style of the materials you pick out. All right, now for the part I know you've been waiting for, the numbers. Based on some great data from right here in central Pennsylvania, we can look at some solid price per square foot benchmarks to help you start framing your budget. So let's start with Tier 1, a basic open plan finish. I want you to picture a clean, simple space. We're talking properly insulated walls, a standard ceiling, some good lighting, and durable flooring like luxury vinyl plank or LVP, as it's often called. For that kind of project, you should probably plan for a range of about $50 to $115 per square foot. See, this gives you a real tangible starting point for your own calculations. Okay, let's kick it up a notch. Let's see how the cost builds as we level up to, say, a mid-range family room or media space. Now we're adding features that really enhance the experience. Things like sound control in the ceiling, maybe some upgraded lighting, or a small wet bar for entertaining. For this mid-range scope, that planning benchmark climbs to between $115 and $165 per square foot. You can really start to see how adding those extra features directly impacts the investment, right? And then there's the premium tier. We're talking a full-blown guest suite with its own bathroom and a proper egress window. At this level, the total project cost often pushes into the 6 figures. And you might be asking why. Well, it's because those 2 items, a full bath and an egress window, are major cost drivers. They involve complex plumbing, ventilation, and maybe even cutting into your home's foundation. Speaking of egress windows, let's just park on that for a minute. This is not some optional upgrade you can skip. It's a critical safety code you absolutely positively cannot ignore if you plan on putting a bedroom downstairs. So what is it exactly? An egress opening is basically a large window or door designed to be an emergency exit. Building code is crystal clear on this. Every single sleeping room has to have one. It's all about life safety, plain and simple. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty of the code requirements. The egress window has to open directly from the bedroom itself. The opening needs to be at least 5.7 square feet clear. That's the space you can climb through. The sill, which is just the bottom of the window, can't be more than 44 inches off the floor. And if your window is below ground, the window well outside has its own set of rules for size, ladders, and even drainage. Okay, let's shift gears from safety to the health of the space itself. Mastering moisture and ensuring comfort isn't just a nice-to-have. It's the absolute foundation of a successful project. It's what prevents that dreaded damp dungeon feel. I mean, just look at this comparison. It's night and day, right? On one side, you've got a space with warm surfaces and clean, dry air, a true living area. On the other side is what happens when you cut corners: condensation, musty smells, and really costly repairs down the road. The investment you make here protects the entire rest of the project. It's that important. So how do you do it right? Here are the essentials. First, proper insulation. The R value just measures heat resistance, and you'll need R10 rigid foam or R13 in the wall cavity to meet code. Second, any bathroom needs a fan that can move at least 50 cubic feet of air per minute, that's CFM, to pull all that moisture out.
A right-sized dehumidifier is also going to be your best friend for maintaining air quality. And this is crucial. Test for radon before any drywall goes up. Wow, we've covered a lot of ground. So now let's bring it all together into an actionable checklist and also touch on the return on your investment, your ROI. Okay, here is your game plan, step by step. First, nail down your moisture strategy. Next, confirm your insulation plan. Then, verify if you need that egress window. You'll want to think carefully through your electrical and HVAC needs. And finally, and this is a big one, document everything. Your permits and photos are absolute gold when it comes time for an appraisal. And when you start thinking about what this project adds to your home's value, please don't just guess. Use objective data. The annual cost versus value report is a fantastic third-party resource that gives you real benchmarks for our region. It just helps keep everyone's expectations realistic. So we'll leave you with this thought. After everything we've talked about, when you look at that concrete space downstairs, do you still see just storage? Or do you now see your home's greatest hidden potential, just waiting to be unlocked?